Hello, everybody. Today we are looking at the more peppered moth, please. Yes, it is a play on words. I know, it's hilarious. First thing, please put your name on here, when this is due, and then the hour you had me for science class. To get us introduced to what we are going to be looking at today, Charles Darwin accumulated a tremendous collection of facts to support the theory of evolution by natural selection. One of his difficulties in demonstrating the theory, however, was the lack of an example of evolution over a short period of time, which could be observed as it was taking place in nature. Although Darwin was unaware of it, remarkable examples of evolution, which might have helped to persuade people of his theory, were in the countryside of his native England. One such example is the evolution of the peppered moth Bistron betullaria. That's the scientific name there, if you missed it in bell work. The economic changes known as the Industrial Revolution began in the middle of the 18th century. Since then, tons of soot have been deposited on the countryside around industrial areas. The soot discolored and generally darkened the surfaces of trees and rocks. In 1848, a dark-colored moth was first recorded. Today, in some areas, 90% or more of the peppered moths are in dark color. More than 70 species of moth in England have undergone a change from light to dark. Similar observations have also been made in other industrial nations, including here in the United States. So the instructions for this simulation is as follows. Click the link below to read more information on Kettlewell's study of moths. At the end, you'll run 2 simulations for 5 minutes each. During this time, you'll play a part of the blue jay that eats moths. After 5 minutes, record the percent of dark moths and light moths. You'll need this information later. Peppered moth simulation is here. If like on the internet document of this or the digital document, it's here. It's up here at the top. I also likely have it posted on Google Classroom. So in one of those spaces, please get to this link, or you will be getting to this link. And when I go to this link, it looks something like this. And I know there's always a few people that look at this and they're like, oh, looks like the website's down. I can't do this. Oh, you can. Click on the little puzzle piece. Click on the allow. You're all good to go now. So when we look at this, you'll notice as you hover over each of these spots that it changes the name. So the first one says life cycle of the peppered moth. When you look at your worksheet that you have, it says life cycle of the peppered moth. They do match up. As you keep going, you'll notice different headers. There's one that says impact of pollution, Kettlewell's experiments, and then also the conduct the simulation or record your findings, the bird's eye view. When you're going through this, one of them says life cycle of the peppered moth. One of them says pollution and peppered moth. One says Dr. Kettlewell's tests, natural selections, and then this is the bird's eye view of natural selection. So click into there, and when you click into each of these, then you'll be able to go through and read through what you need, and the information will be there for you. When you do get to that final game piece, so the one that says conduct the simulation and record your findings, it says, open the simulation and play the role of the bird in both the dark and the light forest. Try to behave as a bird would behave, choosing the moths that are the most obvious. At the end of each simulation, record the percent of moths captured in the table below. I always have a handful of people that are like, oh, I'm going to go into stealth mode and get all the moths that I can barely see, but I totally can see them, and that's what I'm going to get. Okay, dial it back like 3 notches and look for the ones that are the easy targets. Those are the ones we want to get. Those ones that you can see easily, because those are the ones that a predator is going to look for. They're not going to look for the one that is the hard prey to get. They're going to look for the easy prey. So they're going to look for the ones that stand out the most. When you're doing this, please look for the ones that are the most obvious. If you have time, after you're done, you talk to either whoever's in the room and they're like, you know what, you're done. It does look like you have some more time and you've done a really nice job today. If you're like, can I go stealth mode on the moth? And then you're going to go back and do that. Fine. I do not expect, though, that you go into your homeroom and you're like, I finished this, but I want to go stealth mode. No, I will support them telling you no, okay? So please go through it. Look for the ones that are the most obvious and then your final analysis of what your information shows you. When you're done with that, you could be turning it in. You're definitely going to want to make sure you have this done for tomorrow or for when it is due next. This is one that you'll definitely want for our test that'll be coming up shortly. If you do finish early, you've got this done really nice, you're not wanting to go stealth mode, which I can understand. Then the next thing I would expect that you're probably working on is the evolution study guide. Okay. If you finish with that and you're like, oh, I have other things, something else, is there anything else I could do? I do have this document, and it's kind of a cute little one. It's about crickets and what does it mean? What does fitness mean for them? Not fitness as in go working out, but like being able to survive. It's not what you would think. It's got a cute little cartoon with it. So when you type this in, I'll probably have this digital copy on Google Classroom, so you'll just be able to click on that. But it's just kind of a cute little thing if you have extra time to do. It's only going to be a bonus assignment. I'm not going to make it that you have to have done it, so you can just be getting points back on something likely, but you can be doing that. So if you have any questions, please make sure you ask. Otherwise, I think you're going to do awesome, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.